Welcome everybody back to the MLE Network and to Primetime Saturday in what is a very big weekend for the league. This is the final week of regular season play and we're down to the last match of the night on mainstream. We're getting into Foundation League, Bears versus Pirates in a bitter Sun Division matchup that will decide probably a playoff spot for one or the other of these teams. As I'm joined by Mobags, let's get into a little bit more about what this match means for each team.
Yeah, so this is definitely the most important match for these two teams. The Pirates are a game back from the Bears heading into this match, and they also do not own the tiebreak. So what that means, the Bears need to win this 4-1. Or I'm sorry, the Pirates need to win this 4-1 if they look to make a spot. And if they do not, the Bears will get in. So all they need to do right now is win 2 games and they are in.
Those are some high stakes. Obviously, it always gets down to this kind of a picture between a lot of teams at the tail end of the season. You get into these matches where it's a fine line between going into playoffs in the postseason and going home. And obviously that line almost as fine as it can be between these two teams. So that's going to be a very exciting moment. We've got a little bit of extra excitement here though. This weekend, we've got a little bonus giveaway from our friends at Powerade, our great sponsor of the league. Normally only doing one a weekend, we're going to do 2, one tonight and one tomorrow. So, without further ado, we'll announce, pending verification, the winner of that giveaway tonight is Ryoke. Congratulations to them. Pending verification, there be the owner of a nice Spectre A enhanced wireless controller. So congrats to the winner there. And with that, it's probably just about time to get towards the match here. One last thing we're going to go over is rosters for each side of the team. Mobags, what do the rosters look like for each of these teams, and what might that mean for how the matchup will play out?
So today, for the Bears, we have Hyper Fang Hyena and Cardinal, and I'm just getting this in. It looks like Hyper Fang Hyena is actually Cardinal's daughter. So we have a little bit of a father-daughter team combo going on for the Bears. So that is super interesting as we look for them. I bet they have a lot of playtime together. And so definitely going to be a tough matchup for the Pirates, who are going to be fielding Inebriated Youper and Tempest. And if I'm not mistaken, we have seen both of these players on stream before, and if I'm not mistaken, Tempest was the one to watch. He was definitely putting in a lot of work and definitely put on a show down here in the Foundation League.
Well, Tempest, the player to watch, and what a storyline. A father-daughter combination that's got to be unprecedented in MLE play. At least probably up until this season. What an amazing storyline for the Bears. And the Bears, obviously the ones just barely sitting on top here. So that father-daughter team is going to be the ones who are going to be looking for 2 wins only. And they're going to be securing themselves a playoff spot. If you look at the playoff snapshot right now, the Bears are sitting in that spot. And they are continuing to try and own that spot, trying to fend off this Pirates team who needs a 4-1. To get the result that they want.
Yeah, the Pirates need the 4-1, so we're going to definitely look for them to come out hot and strong. They need to win the majority of these games coming out here.
Let's get into it with this Foundation League matchup in the Sun Division, starting at midfield with the Pirates, putting a little bit of pressure on here. Tempest looking for some bullying near the net, can't find anything yet. Tempest now back towards, but it's Bears breaking out here of the zone. They've got a little bit of space on the back end here. Not getting the touch with Hyper Fang on the wall. So for the time being, that'll be kept out of the attacking zone. Cardinal in the back end, playing it in the corner. Slowly making their way up, but stopped by Inebriated Youper. Tempest, that's a bouncer shot that's heading towards net. That's going to roll in and open up the scoring with Tempest.
Yeah, tough little floater there from Tempest. That is going to be a tough ball to read. The ball 50 at the edge of the box there, and that's going to go in. Pirates starting off strong just like they need to.
Going to need a lot more where that came from. Pirates got a big hill to climb. They may be climbing a little farther here. Tempest adding another one to the tally very quickly.
Yeah, Tempest just coming out hot and strong. This is exactly what the Pirates need if they're going to win this series. They need to be able to keep this up for the entire length of the series. They can only drop one game.
Now, you talked about Tempest's prowess in this league, and it's only early so far, but I gotta say, they're seeming like a real weapon, and I think the Pirates management knew that. Coming into the series and knowing the implications, it probably had to be Tempest on the field. They knew that they would be a difference maker for this series, probably out of anyone on that Pirates FL roster.
Yeah, and right now what we're seeing is Tempest just kind of putting on a show, but definitely look for inebriated Uber. If the Pirates are going to win, I don't think Tempest is going to be able to do everything by himself. So let us see what inebriated Uber is able to do.
Uber sitting on the goal line waiting for a shot there from Cardinal that goes high. Bears take a little bit of pressure on, but it gets alleviated there as it comes back down the other side. Nice pinch from Tempest. That's going to trickle down on the goal mouth. Not there in time was Uper, as now it's back the other way. An open net for Hyperfang. They're pushing it up the wall and trying to center. That might be too much on it. Cardinal can't get there. Pirates back the other way. That's a long hit from Tempest heading towards goal. Hyperfang keeps it away. Pirates still with pressure. Uper hitting a shot wide. That's a nice hit back the other way. Bouncing towards the goal just wide. Cardinal with the rebound. It's on net. And Bears come within one.
That is really nice control there from Cardinal, just putting that off to the side. Tempest needs to make a tough read on that back wall to get that away. Not able to do it, and Cardinal is going to get to the Bears within one.
Now we get a little bit more competitive here. The Bears closing that margin, and it looks like the Pirates are in more trouble here. Cardinal looking for a kickoff goal. Now it's a scramble for the ball. Nothing coming that from the Bears, and they might have missed an opportunity there. Hyperfang hanging a little bit too far back. Now Cardinal having to defend as Fang gets demoed. Uber in the middle, missing that touch. Cardinal's looking for a follow-up there, can't quite get it. Now, Hyena off the back wall to Cardinal. Father-daughter combo, can't make it happen there, but I gotta say, maybe there's some family coordination going on here, because it's been nice passing between those two so far.
Yeah, that was a great passing play from those two. If that would have connected, that would have been huge for them, tying this game up, and that would have been a huge play as far as play of the week is concerned as well. That was definitely a great look.
Speaking of play of the week, don't forget to drop those hashtags, clip those plays if you like them, make them a candidate for play of the week, and you could give one of these players a case of Balls Guarana energy drink for themselves. Cardinal trying to make a play of the week, and instead passes off to Hyperfang, who puts it home.
Yeah, Cardinal not quite able to get a case of Balls Guarana with that play, but Hyperfang there for the cleanup. That is going to tie this game up. We've got 2 minutes, and the Pirates look like they are in some trouble.
Pirates' strong start has pretty much evaporated here. Now it's the Bears with quite a bit of control. Tempest dangerously hanging back here. It's a bouncer from Cardinal and a nice save. Got out of trouble on that one. Hyena in the corner. Can't make anything happen right away. Cardinal's going to try to put a shot on net, and that's wide. Uber gets beaten to the ball pretty squarely there. Cardinal diving back at it. Tempest drove up the post, but barely got the save there. Tempest back the other way in the corner. Uber tries for the touch. We got a runner the other way heading right towards the goal mouth. That's going to be in. All of a sudden, Bears have got a lead in this game.
Yeah, bit of luck there for Tempest and the Pirates initially getting that save with the awkward post drive up. But their luck ran out as the Bears are going to put themselves ahead by one now. The tables have definitely turned for them.
Now remember, Pirates have a margin of only one game of error if they want to get themselves a playoff spot with this series and the way the standings play out. So they do not want to be dropping this first game if they want to give themselves any comfort at all in this series. It's looking dangerous here. Now the Pirates trying to level this game with Tempest up on this left side. Nice hit there towards net. Nice, equally nice save from Hyperfang. Another ball banged at the net there. Not on frame. Tempest coming back again, hitting it into the corner. Hyperfang making a nice chip there over one, looking for two, can't quite get it. Cardinals in some trouble now, but gets the ball out. Tempest back into the middle. This is a great period of pressure here from the Pirates, but they need to put something on net or else it's not going to amount to anything.
Yeah, Uber just had a great opportunity to do just that. not quite able to find the touch, and now the Pirates are going to be scrambling to get this last goal. You look for them to overcommit and give something easy to the Bears if they can't get it.
Now down to the final 30 seconds. This is going to fall right in the goal mouth of Cardinal. Can't touch it, but they make a great touch out to midfield. Now Tempest trying to make a play off of the wall here. They drive up, look for the aerial, but can't make that play. Rare to see this level of play, but it's a good attempt. Fang centers Cardinal up. What a passing play between Fang and Cardinal once again, and they open up a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, that is insurance here for the Bears. They are going to take this game 1, and now the Pirates are in some big trouble. They need to win 4 games in a row if they want any chance at making the playoffs. That is going to be a tough hill to climb the remainder of the series here.
And I don't think I'm reaching too much in saying the Pirates did not want to end up at this spot after only the first game in the series. From this point on, they have to be squeaky clean, almost spotless, if they want to get out of this thing alive and get a playoff spot for themselves. And now I gotta be thinking the Bears are going to be feeling super comfortable and relaxed about how the rest of this series is going to go.
Yeah, Tempest seemed to be doing what they needed to do to get this game won. They came out strong. They got the 2 goals right away. I believe it was in the first minute or so. They had put themselves up 2-0, and they need to maintain that pressure. They cannot take their foot off the gas if they're going to win this series. And they need to win it 4-1, now needing to go 4-0 the remainder. So that is definitely putting themselves in a tough spot. We need to see inebriated Uper come out and start contributing a little bit more, putting some more shots on, getting some more saves, and scoring more goals.
I was about to say, you made a great point about Uper's needed contribution when we were talking earlier in the game, and it looks very evident there from the stat line. Uper had 2 assists on the play, but really blank. Other than that, it was Tempest doing a lot of the work, and meanwhile on the other side, Hyperfang and Cardinal contributing almost perfectly evenly on their stat lines, and it really showed in how coordinated their play was. So if the Pirates are going to topple this Bears team from here on out, it's really going to have to come from a coordinated effort between both players.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bears definitely have the coordination between the 2 of them being a father-daughter combo. And so the Pirates, maybe starting off on the wrong foot, need to refocus and get this ball into the opponent's net.
Not a good start looking here for the Pirates. Just barely getting out of danger there was Uper, who made a save across the post, diving across the goal mouth there. And the Pirates, escaping early danger here, are going to come back the other way. Tempest with a nice shot on net, looks for the dunk. Can't get it. And now Uper is defending 1 against 2 here. Hyperfang bouncing it off the wall, trying to look for a center. It's going to be a shooting opportunity for Cardinal, who chips it off the crossbar but can't read the bounce. Hyperfang also can't get a powerful shot. Bears putting tons of pressure on here, but nothing happening yet. Uper back the other way. Hyperfang now looking center. Has a dribble opportunity maybe here, but too far from it. Tempest is going to keep that one out of the zone. A demo there on the Bears player means that they've got a space in the back hole here. Tempest is going to look to center this, maybe look for a demo. Can't find the ball or the player there. This is a lot more aggressive play from the Pirates, either in defensive or attacking zone, and this might lead to either a good goal for them and a good start, or a counterattack if they're not careful.
Yeah, and a counterattack just happened. You saw that happen as soon as you said it. I like this look from the Pirates. I think this is how they're going to win this game, but they definitely need to start getting the ball onto the other side. They need to score, and they need to get ahead, and this is going to happen for Tempest as he just puts this one in right as I finish talking.
As if on command, Tempest answering the call of the casters and delivering the goal there, getting the ball downfield, finding a nice spot in the middle there. And now the Pirates begin their long campaign of needing to win 4 games in a row to get themselves a playoff spot. As we look into midfield with Uper putting more pressure onto the Bears' end. Uper diving into the corner but getting nothing for it. Heads back down to the Pirates' end. Tempest off the wall, playing it slow here at first. Might look for another touch. Ground pinch not happening there, and now Uper's got to pick up the slack here in midfield. What a touch from Cardinal up in the air. My goodness, that's an amazing goal.
Yeah, that was just right on top of inebriated Uper. no chance to make this save from that position. You want to make that touch a lot sooner if you're a newbie at a nooper, but it looked like Cardinal came in and did the work that needed to be done there.
A nice touch from the old man and the father-daughter duo there, both of them performing so well so far in this series. And Uper now trying to come back the other way. This game now level, 2 minutes played. Uper sends it up the side wall. Hyena collects the boost on that side. Now the ball bouncing, that's a decent touch from Cardinal. Tempest is going to put a shot in, but well wide there. Now looking for more pressure, hits it off the side wall, that's rolling on the goal mouth. Cardinal barely getting the touch they need. Uper's got a little chance here, but it's wide again. Uper now trying to center. That's floating dangerously in front of the net. Tempest finishes off with Venom.
Yeah, Tempest showing that he is the better player on this team. He puts that one in top shelf and puts the Pirates back ahead. They need to continue this pressure. They need to keep scoring. They have a long road ahead of them.
Half the game has elapsed now in game number 2. The Bears holding down a 1 lead. In this series, Tempest trying to make some more magic happen here by centering for Uper. It's not going to work for the time being. Tempest re-centers. We'll see if Uper turns. Decides not to. Not quick enough. Now Hyena in the corner looking for the center. Misses that touch. Here's Tempest back the other way. Gets it past 1. This is an opportunity here for the Pirates to open up that lead, but Tempest squandering it there, missing the touch on the wall. Tempest now sending it back the other way. Uper, a bit of a double back pass play there from the Pirates. This could be dangerous. Barely avoiding disaster there with the Pirates, and they've got to be careful on these defensive rotations into their end. That was a really dicey one.
That was a super dangerous play. I actually made one earlier today in my MLE match, and I got punished for it. So Tempest, definitely very either lucky or skillful not to have that back.
Yeah, that was a bit of luck, bit of skill, probably a bit of both. As now a big opportunity is open here for Uper. Can they finish it? No! Uper just out of boost in the tank and couldn't get to the ball to close off that opportunity. That would have been a big one for the Pirates. Pirates are still in dangerous territory here. Cardinal chipping it over 1. Can't get it past 2. Tempest rebuffing that effort, putting it on the goal. That's close. Off the right side post. And Hyena is going to keep it out. As we approach a minute and past a minute left to play in this game, the Pirates are up. And now it's crunch time for the Bears. Can they spoil this playoff effort that the Pirates are making here?
Yeah, the Bears are actually looking very composed right now. They've made a few good stops on the defensive end, and this one's going to be right in front, but just stopped there by Tempest. The Bears almost tied this game up.
What an incredible defensive play there for Tempest to keep that goal out of the net. And now Pirates looking to add more. Oh, this is dangerous. Back the other way. Counterattacking opportunity. Cardinal had to be accurate there. Goes for the dribble instead. Surprising that they didn't opt for the shot, needing only 1 goal to level this off. Uper pounds it back down the other way. Pirates so close here to getting their first of 4 wins needed. And as time winds down, ball almost hitting the ground there, just bouncing off the corner. It's going to be the Pirates with a start, but they've still got quite a lot of work to do after that one.
Yeah. Lot of work indeed. They still need the equivalent of a reverse sweep. 3 games in a row is what they need. And the Bears need 1 more win to take this series, essentially. The Bears definitely have it made for them right now. They lost that game, but they still looked really, really good, especially in the closing minutes there. I thought that they put on a really good defensive showing. They just need to get that offense back and running between the father-daughter combo. If we can see what we saw in game 1 with them connecting on pass after pass and hitting shot after shot and just having more pressure in general, we are going to see them take this series handily.
Definitely agree. It's the combo that you were talking about. I think that was the difference maker and why we saw the Pirates win this game. If you look at the stat line for the Pirates, it's very similar to what we saw in game 1. Tempest carrying the offense goals-wise, inebriated Uper, contributing a little bit on assists and saves. But for the Bears, we were missing that passing connection I think we saw a lot in game number 1, and that was enough to keep the Pirates' play style consistent and push them over the edge and win that game number 2. So the question here is, are the Bears going to reclaim that passing connection from game 1, or can the Pirates continue what they did in game number 2 here?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. It seems like over the past 2 games, we've seen adjustments from both teams. Tempest just carrying a little bit harder. If Inebriated Uper can step up, the Pirates are going to be looking like they have an actual chance at taking this 4-1 that they need. And so definitely now I believe the player to watch is going to be Inebriated Uper and see if they can carry a little bit more, as Hyper Fang Hyena is going to open up the scoring. That is a wonderful shot from beyond midfield.
Great power on that shot. Nice placement too, just squeaks it inside that right side post. And all of a sudden, Bears in the lead in this game number 2 with only 14 seconds spent so far. Here's the kickoff frozen at midfield, and Tempest is going to miss that touch. Now Cardinal's got some space here to look for a pass. Tempest up, nice block there, reading the shot that was coming in from Hyena. And now Uper going to take it on this side wall. Doesn't get it past Cardinal. Stops that effort and keeps it at midfield. Hyena with a shooting opportunity, but sending it wide. Tempest, nice negative angle touch there to send it out for Uper. Now a contest there. Cardinal winning the race. Tempest putting a shot on net. That's nicely cut off there by Hyena. Both teams settling in a little bit here. It's been a couple of chances both ways, but I think they're well aware of the stakes that are on the line here in this game number 3.
Yeah, I just want to know how long Tempest can keep this up. He is everywhere on this field right now, getting touch after touch, getting saves, getting shots as Inebriated Uper puts one up. And Tempest is going to put one crossbar down. That is incredible. This game is now tied, and we have just under 4 minutes left here.
Tempest once again answering your call. You posed the question, how long can they keep it up? And they answered pretty emphatically saying, I can do this all day. They put a nice goal off the crossbar there and level this game with 3:45 left to play. As the ball heads into Bears control. Cardinal with a nice touch off the wall there. Big shooting opportunity, but doesn't get the right flip. Instead sends it wide and misses that opportunity. Uper into midfield. Floater of a ball gets sent back in by Cardinal. Cardinal grabs side boost, but doesn't get away with their car. A big demo there in midfield means some space here. Nice aerial, though, on the recovery from Cardinal. I will say Cardinal, of the 2 players, has been showing nice prowess in the air. That aerial goal that we saw, and also a couple of defensive touches, have been a huge difference maker for this Bears team so far.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the 2 players that are the carry on their respective teams are going to be Cardinal and Tempest. Tempest, without a doubt, is carrying this Pirates team right now. It's a little bit closer between Hyper Fang and Cardinal, but Tempest definitely getting the better of both of those players, I would say, in terms of pure mechanical skill, as we see a great save from Tempest to keep that one out and keep the game square.
Great shot and a great save there. Cardinal got close, but not close enough. The Pirates keep this game at 1-1 as it heads back down into the Bears' end. Hyena is going to send it down the other way. Puts a shot on net. Oh, that's dangerous. Hesitation on the goal line means a goal for Hyper Fang Hyena.
Yeah, not enough momentum to keep this ball out. That was a strong shot there from Hyper Fang, as we see more offense getting poured in, and Tempest is kind of scrambling at this point, trying to keep all of the shots out, not getting enough help from Inebriated Uper, as Tempest does not need any help. Is going to take that one straight off the kickoff and put that one in the net.
I mean, at this point, does Tempest have a feed on our mics or something like that? I swear they're listening to every call we make and just scoring goals left, right, and center, almost in defiance of the calls we're trying to make, and that's another one there to make it a 2-2 game. Nice little quick dribble play there off the kickoff means that the Pirates don't have to be sweating for too long after. Obviously, when you look at this game and the scoreline that we have now, if the Pirates go down at all, mentality-wise, that's got to be so hard to stay composed when you know if they're down in this game and that goes all the way to full time, that's it for them. Their playoff hopes are toasted. So this is a lot of pressure in this game and all the games in this series for the Pirates.
Yeah, the Pirates are definitely clinging on to what little life they have left. Having dropped that first game, they put themselves in the worst position possible, but they are definitely making a statement here in this game here, and they are not going to go down without a fight, and Tempest is going to make sure that doesn't happen.
Tempest getting the defensive touch. They need to get it out of the zone after Uper whiffs. Tempest now way deep in enemy territory, looking for a demo there. That might end up being a mistake. Uper rushes back to get the ball out of the shooting lane. Cardinal trying to put it on net. Not a strong enough touch. Now Hyena circling. Nice shot from Hyena. That's going to go in. No goaltender there to stop that one, and it's 3-2 Bears.
That is a wonderful read here from Hyperfang, as that one is going to get buried. Tempest trying to catch that ball and make a play on it, but Hyperfang Hyena just goes up and gets it. That is going to be 3-2 to the Bears.
And just as I mentioned before, now you get into that really scary territory for the Pirates here. They need to score a goal and level this game and go ahead, or else their playoff dreams are going to come to a swift end. Nice bump there. Inebriated Uper's got a big shooting opportunity and levels the game. Just as I say it, they bring it back here.
Inebriated Uper getting a goal, but Tempest is the one that set that up. Tempest gets the touch to the middle and then gets the bump on the goaltender. That is about as easy as it gets there for Inebriated Uper to put that one in, and we have a tie ball game.
This is real playoff pictures unfolding here in this Sun Division matchup. Obviously, the Pirates desperate to get one more goal, either in regulation or overtime. Oh my, that was a tense moment there for the Pirates. I mean, looking at the players on the field and what's happening, I really see the nerves coming into play for the Pirates here, much more than the Bears, as they know the situation that they're in.
Yeah, the Bears aren't really under any pressure yet. Once we get down to the nitty-gritty and we're in Game 5 and they still haven't won their second game, then is the time for them to start sweating. But right now, Pirates are definitely the ones on the chopping block. They have to score in this overtime or their run is done.
Much sweating to be done here. That is going to seal it, ladies and gentlemen. Not wasting any time. We got 6 seconds into overtime. Inebriated Uper missing the touch there, and the father-daughter combo closing out game number 3 to give the Bears a 2-1 lead in the series. And with that, congratulations to the Bears. They have solidified the playoff spot that they were sitting in from the Sun Division in second place, and heartbreaker for the Pirates here as they drop game 3.
Yeah, blink and you will miss it. That was one of the fastest goals in an overtime that I've ever seen. It really caught me off guard, and that is definitely unfortunate here for the Pirates. They were looking so good. They tied the game up with just, I believe it was under a minute left to play. Tempest not quite able to do enough, it seems. And Inebriated Uber missing that save is definitely going to seal the fate here for the Pirates. We do still have a few more games left between these teams, and we will see what happens when sort of the veil of pressure is lifted off of both of them. The Bears came out and did what they needed to do, and the Pirates weren't able to. So now these games are more or less for fun. I don't know if there'll be much in the way of seeding that's going to change. The Bears are sitting 3 games behind the Outlaw right now. So I think it's already kind of out of the realm of possibility for them to be overtaking anybody at this point. So let's see what these players can do when there is no pressure left on them. I think it'll be a very interesting match.
We certainly saw nerves come into play in that game that we just saw, and nerves will never hurt you any more than in one of two places. Trying to score on an open net or trying to keep the ball out of your net. We saw panic on the defensive line a couple times there from the Pirates, and eventually it just came back to hurt them there. It's unfortunate to see their playoff chances dissolve here, but I think they're going to keep this series competitive. And like you said, now that the pressure has been lifted, Let's see what these players can do for themselves with a little bit less on the line. As Cardinal kicks it into the end here. Looks for a pass out to Hyena. Doesn't quite get the angle there. Hyena trying to follow up. Not quite going to happen. Tempest, a pinch there. It's going to send it off the back wall. Got to read the bounce correctly. Tempest doesn't quite do it. Sends it far off onto the side. Now it's going to be in Bears control. Not for very long though. Uper, a nice touch there. Kicking it high off that side wall. Tempest is up in the air, dunking the Bears player, trying to clear it. That's floating out in front. But a nice play from Cardinal to keep it out. We've seen a minute of this game come and go, and I think you can see that relaxation on the side of both teams. Pirates obviously not too pleased about how this series has gone, but it seems like more aerial play and just in general a little bit more comfort on the field.
Yeah, the Pirates aren't putting their foot off the gas whatsoever, as we see a great shot and a great save there from Cardinal. The Pirates are just out here having fun, and it does not look like they have given up whatsoever. They are putting on a show, and they are up in the air going for crazy shots so far, and I like what I'm seeing.
Pirates here with some space. Tempest trying to put a shot on net. That's wide and left. Nothing happening for now, and it remains 0-0 in this game number 4. Uber bouncing it off the back wall. Tempest looking for a shot. Nice cut off there from Cardinal to keep it out. Hyena, tries to leap for it there, but doesn't get it. Tempest beats that Bears player to the ball. But Hyena already back to support. Take it up the side wall, playing it very slowly. Pace of play slows way down there. Tempest looking for the demo there. Might have bullied enough on Cardinal, but Hyena there to make the save. Hyena off the back wall, getting a bump, bullying inebriated Uper in their end. Cardinal, nothing doing there for either player in midfield as the ball gets relinquished to Hyena. 2:35 left to play in this game number 4. The pace of goals not as quick as the other games we saw, but that might change here.
I knew as soon as you brought it up, as soon as you brought up the lack of scoring, Hyperfang Hyena, as if dialed in to a live feed, puts the ball on target and in, and the Bears are going to go up 1-0.
Gotta say, that aerial prowess must run in the family. That's a few nice goals from both Hyper and from Cardinal, making nice angled touches on the ball to send those home, and it's been a big difference for the Bears in their command over their playoff spot in this series. As we see Tempest whiff there from the corner. Uper is going to pick up the slack here, heading towards the Bears' end. Can't make anything happen there as Cardinal kicks it into the middle. Passes off to Hyena, who chips it high. That's on frame, heading towards net. And Hyena adds another one, 2-0 for the Bears now.
Yeah, that one just a super high shot on target. Tempest, if they wanted any chance at all at stopping that, they would have needed to be turned around by the time Tempest was making contact. They were not, and Hyperfang is going to slot that one in quite easily.
And a great turn there makes it 2-0 with 2 minutes left to play, just under. As Hyena now trying to add some more here for the dribble play. This is looking promising, but Tempest, nice to cut that off. Cardinal once again stopped by Tempest, who's now headed back the other way. Tries to center maybe for Uper here. He's looking for the shot, almost gets it around the defender there, but the Bears keep it out. Tempest missing the touch there, is going to leave some space for Cardinal here, heading towards the Pirates zone. Hyena chipping it into the corner as the Bears circle back and forth. Missed opportunity there from Cardinal in front of the goal mouth. That's kicked up onto the sidewall. Now approaching the final minute of play, Hyena going for more aerial plays. It doesn't really seem like the Pirates can get anything going here. Hold on. Tempest looking for a dribble. Almost made me eat my words, but yeah, the Pirates are having some real trouble generating offense here.
Yeah, the Pirates are having trouble generating offense, and it looked like they were about to get something going right as you called them out on it, but they were stopped by the Bears again, and that's what we've been seeing is every single attack has just been gobbled up by this Bears defense as Cardinal just bullies Tempest into his own goal, showing him where the ball needs to be, but not allowing him to do it himself.
Well, this Bears team, I think, It's going to be an exciting one to watch when we get to playoff time and they make their case in those very crucial wild card series that'll open us up in the playoff campaign this season. And the Pirates, on the other hand, got a lot of time to think about how this series went and how it could have gone. As the Bears just playing a very comfortable game here, not really ever threatened by the Pirates. And they're looking as relaxed as you can be, obviously already probably celebrating their playoff berth at this point.
Yeah, I don't know how in touch with the actual standings all of the players in MLE are. But yeah, this series was essentially wrapped up, and now officially is wrapped up with the Bears taking this last game here. They wrapped this game up after the third game, and so definitely they seem very relaxed. The Pirates looked like they were going to come out strong, but just not able to find the proper touches and to keep any sort of sustained pressure going on, as we only saw 3 shots coming from the Pirates. Tempest only putting on 2. So definitely a bit of a offensive struggle game there for the Pirates. I would like to see them turn that one around. I would like to see them get one more win for the road. This is their last game of the season, so they should not be leaving anything out there. They need to put it all onto the field, and they need to end the season on a high note, I think.
And they should be proud of what they accomplished over the season, that they were in a position to even be playing for a playoff spot, I think, at the tail end of the season here. A lot of teams not even in contention for such spots, and they're just left wishing they had won games earlier in the season. So as heartbreaking as it may be to drop this series at the tail end there, still the Pirates can find solace in the fact they had a pretty successful season to give themselves even a chance at getting into the playoffs this MLE Season 10.
Yeah, no chance for them this season. The Bears are going to be the ones that we will see. But like I said, they can still make a statement here in this last game, so I would definitely look for them to do that. They are beaten at this point, but they should still hold their heads high and get this game win to show us what they can do.
Well, let's join the action here and see if we can make it a competitive one for this last game of both of these Foundation Leagues seasons. Bears and the Pirates batting it back and forth here in the beginning of the game. Nothing happening yet as Cardinal chips it into the attacking zone. Gets a nice touch off the curve there that's going to fall in front of the goal mouth. Hyena up in the air for yet another aerial goal for her. That's another fantastic play.
Great read from Hyena. That is a high arching ball. Needs to make the adjustments mid-air to find the touch, and does. That's going to be 1-0 for the Bears as they are just putting on a show. That was a fantastic goal there for them.
Now the Bears continuing what they had already done all series pretty much. Barring that blip in game number 2, the Bears definitely controlling the play. And such a nice passing connection between the father-daughter duo of Cardinal and Hyena continues here. Pirates in more trouble. Uper getting demoed and barely getting the touch out, as now Tempest is running back the other way. Misses the touch off the wall as Cardinal chips it around them and chips it over. Another one. Cardinal so smooth on that play there to get it past the Pirates.
Yeah, that was a perfectly placed touch just under the ball, just over Uber and right into the goal. They followed that ball in. I don't know if they needed to be there, but they did get demoed for their efforts, so they were definitely close to an opposing player before that ball went in.
Could have been close enough that it was definitely good for them to secure it and be on the goal line just in case, because this Pirates team, no slouch, and they might have sent that one back the other way. Oof, Cardinal almost making a nice aerial shot to match his daughter's effort, but not quite happening. Uh-oh, that's a big commit from the Pirates, and that means another goal for the Bears here.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy here from the Pirates. Uber just abandoning ship. And when I say abandoning ship, I mean the goal, and just coming out. No regard for where the other team was, and they are going to get scored on for that. This game is getting a little out of hand. The Pirates need to calm down and get this shot on target and get the ball out of their own defensive half.
Pirates in a considerable hole here. 3 goals down, 3:24 left to play. And now it becomes a real test of their character. Can they come back in this final game of the season and make a nice statement to end things out here as the ball floats in midfield? Tempest with lots of space to shoot here, looks left and high but doesn't quite get it. Sending the ball back into the zone. Centering. Tempest air dribbling and almost getting the bump on that player underneath. That would have been quite the play, but just barely not getting it. Now Cardinal back the other way, sharp angle, not going to happen. Hyper Fang retreating and grabbing boost. Tempest tries to put a shot on net. Hyper keeps it away. Now Cardinal opts to chip it into midfield. We saw this work before as they put another one on net. And Bears, so comfortable in both ends of the field, are just controlling the pace of the play everywhere here.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the A team here for the Bears, but I definitely think their GM should consider playing these two in the playoffs. They are dismantling this Pirates defense, and they are looking great doing it. I think that this is definitely a contender for their top team, and I believe that they should be the one making their playoff push. I don't know how you could get any better than this. You saw Tempest and Upert be a good dynamic team, and they are just getting completely outdrawn by this Bears team.
Nothing on the board for the Pirates in this game, and it's been very dry for them in the tail end of this series offensively. We'll see if they can add a little bit here as Upert dunks the Bears player in midfield. We see the ball bounce back into the middle. Cardinal with a bit of a weak touch gives Tempest an opening, but they don't get it. Hyena now up once again. She's looking for a touch. Can't quite get it on frame there as it's going to be kicked wide as Cardinal also misses in the corner. Upert gets it out. Hyper with a shot opportunity. Sends it wide. Now Tempest back the other way. Cardinal overcommits on the run. Oof, that's very close. Tempest sending it wide there. And I tell you, the Pirates are not making their case any better here by missing open goal opportunities like that one.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that open goal opportunity, but Hyper Fang Hyena with a great read, not diving in to stop that ball from it wasn't even going in, so good job from her not diving in to put that one in on her own. That was a great read, and the Pirates definitely wanted to have that one back. You can't be missing open nets at this point in the series and in the game. They need to be putting every shot on target, as that one is going to just careen almost from the full length, I thought. Yeah, that was close to the edge. That is a crazy pitch that's going to go in.
Bears player diving off of the wall there, almost getting their full car on the ball, but Tempest getting around it enough that it caused a pinch and a little bit of an artificial Cook's pinch there, using a player instead of the wall to get it all the way downfield and turn it into a goal. Is Tempest, who now finds themselves in the defensive zone and still with a 3-goal margin to make up. Let's see if they can do it in this last minute here. It's going to be a very tall order with the Bears bearing down on them in their defensive zone. Nice shot there from Hyper, is going to be just wide. Cardinal picks up the slack. That's off the crossbar. Couple off the frame there as now Upert heads back the other way. Upert winning the 50-50 and regaining possession there. Opts not to grab the boost, looking for a center to Tempest, who dives in but doesn't get the shot on net. And now we are down to the final 20 seconds of the season for these two teams. Bears having secured their playoff spot. They're just looking to add a few stylish plays here at the end, but congratulations to them as this series closes out. We see the Bears get the job done that they needed to do, win at least 2 games, and you've got yourself that second place spot. And as they add one more goal to the tally, that's going to seal it here for the Bears.
Yeah, definitely. That is the exclamation point on this match as Hyper gets the touch from the bounce on the ground and nearly pinched that one in. That is a great goal, and the Bears are putting it, they are catching fire, I'll say, at the right time. This is a perfect game to win going into the playoffs. This is perfect for them. This is exactly what they need to be doing, and they win the series in the same fashion that the Pirates needed to. So that is definitely hats off to them, and hats off to the Pirates for being in the position that they could have even won or gotten into the playoff spot. It's not an easy thing to do, and so definitely hats off to both of these teams. We'll be seeing, I hope, a lot more of the Bears in the weeks to come as we get going through these playoffs.
I hope so too, and I hope we might get a continuation of this great storyline of the father-daughter duo playing so well there between one another. Great passing plays, and both with some nice aerial prowess. It'd be great, as you say, this team making a real case for itself as what could be the A roster for the Bears Foundation League playoff run. And I genuinely hope we get to see more of these two play, because it was fantastic watching them in this series.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't get a much better storyline than that. I don't know. I can't imagine enjoying and being able to play at a competitive level with my own offspring. So that is definitely a very cool thing. I know that we have one other father-son duo in the league. So it's very, very cool to see them both on the same team playing together and doing very well together at that. I definitely think that they should be the ones playing, because that is just the greatest storyline there is. And to top it off, they play really well together.
Absolutely, and with that, that's going to do it for our primetime Saturday mainstream action here. We see the Bears close out one of what will be quite a few playoff storylines this weekend. We've got 2 streams running all weekend, with a lot of playoff spots being claimed and lost between teams in all 4 leagues. So for myself and Mobags, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out, watching the stream. Thanks to our sponsors, Balls Guarana and Power A. And have yourselves a fantastic evening. We'll see you once again tomorrow on the MLE Network.